Welcome to WROL Broadcast. I am Hate Mail. With me today, I have Kage.
What's up, guys?
And we were searching for a topic today because there's no new news and nothing pertinent. It's kind of the middle of the month, lazy period. We want to do a sexiest DCL character, but we felt like we needed to have Renee on because Kage isn't comfortable judging the men. So, well, we'll probably have. I mean, we need to find some female or 2D-tron to come on. So,
Yeah, 2D Tron can evaluate the guys.
yeah. So, well, maybe both. But we haven't had Renee on it like over a year.
Not
So,
not for a while now.
yeah. So it'd be fun to have her on. She does so many of our outros that you've heard her voice 1,000 times. I don't know if
Yeah.
she even still listens to the episodes. So, Renee, if you're listening, you'll be getting a private message from me here shortly. Keep forgetting to do that. And yeah, we'll talk about. So we'll do that. It's kind of more of a summer thing, I feel like, but
I feel like a lot of people in the Reddit DCL Discord, they're always like, checking the guys out. So I think we can make a poll or let's bring someone from there,
yeah,
something like that.
we'll figure it out. We'll get it
Because
sorted.
every time I open up that server, I see Murpire checking out Orm's butt.
True. He does got the bubble booty. So.
Yeah. So I don't know. Imagine if we get like another Atlantean in this game. It'd be crazy.
Yeah. I, is there going to be a sequel to that movie?
Aquaman?
Yeah.
I think so, but I think there's a lot of controversy right now
Uh,
because Amber Heard, with
Yeah.
the drama with that.
I
So I
haven't
don't know
heard
what's
it.
going on with
What
that.
was the drama with that? That's actually the first I'm hearing of it. I don't
Oh,
keep up with
really?
this stuff very well.
Yeah. So I think Johnny Depp got charged with like domestic abuse, but it turns out that Amber Heard was faking the whole thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Uh,
So a lot of people are campaigning to have her booted off the Aquaman sequel.
that's a shame because she did a good job with that.
Dude, she's read fantastic eye candy.
She could fit into our. They need to do an Atlantean with her model.
Yeah, definitely agree.
Domestic abuse aside, or fake it domestic abuse aside,
Right.
which I am. I that does make me very angry when people do that. So I have to say,
Because you've been a victim yourself, haven't you?
yeah, kind of. I dated
Yeah.
Hispanic women, so that comes with the territory. You kind of know whenever you sign up for that. So
Can't say I relate.
that does happen. I'm in Florida. A lot of Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
So they they're a lot of fun, but they're also very dangerous. Yeah.
The fun ones are always most lethal.
Yeah.
Lethal.
Self-scars to prove it. But anyway, that aside, we are going to talk about best teams in DCL because we wanted to do a teams episode for a little while, and I will confess I haven't deviated from my usual teams a whole heck of a lot. I did messing around with Black Mask and some other characters, but and I am running right now. I'm actually running a pretty fun team in the Catwoman Showdown. Good Lord, people! I didn't think this many people would be interested in Catwoman. I thought I'd be able to breeze to top 10. But
Yeah.
people are going nuts.
I mean, it's a good way to put up the alliance points,
Yeah, I'm putting
the
up a ton of
social
alliance
nodes.
points. I just made it to top 35 just now. And by the way, there may be like unusual pauses for me if I'm in a particularly difficult match because there's an hour left, and I'd like to get to top 10, but top 10 right now is at 2,500, so I still got 900 to go.
Man.
It's not that bad though. I mean, I in the last 46 minutes, I've gained over 1,000 points. So
It's not as bad as Wraith, right? Where it
yeah,
takes
oh god, it's so
3
much
years to
better than
grind.
Wraith. So much. I mean, Wraith is so terrible, and this is so much better. Like it's it's light years ahead. I actually enjoy playing. I mean, it's a little bit of a grind, but I can't play on auto, which I know you're anti-auto. But whenever you're trying to gain a ton of points really fast, it's nice to be able to auto. But Lex teams just do not allow you to auto, which is both
No.
good and bad, I'd say. And in some aspects, it's kind of good because you don't have that option. So you're just you're running around playing the game for real.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but at some point, fighting the next Lex B12 and reverse flash team gets kind of old.
well, I do have to say I am running Lex. I've sold out, and let's move on to a very effective team, which I have to say my like of Huntress has increased greatly in the last couple hours. Because I'm running Lex, Flash, Huntress, and Mary, and that pretty much handles every team.
Yeah.
And it's my Flash is RB5, so that does make a big difference. But I just start with my basic with Flash, charges up Lex, charges up everybody. I use either Huntress her 3 to kill a blue, but if I know I'm not gonna be able to kill the blue right away, I just buff, and then she buffs. But the Flash, he attacks so much out of turn, and then when they get low, Huntress finishes them off. So it
Right.
works out really, really well.
Yeah. I've learned with Huntress that you can't really play to buff with her anymore. Like back then, you'd be trying to work hard for that kill for her, but now she just does it automatically. It's kind of brain dead.
Yeah,
She won't buff, but she'll get the kill. So it's kind of cool.
but you can get. I mean, I still get the kill frequently. Like if they're a weaker blue, like especially Black Adam, she's really good against him. So
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I'm just saying, like, when you use her 3 actively, she'll get the strength up,
yeah,
but if she uses it passively, she won't get the buff. But that's fine.
yeah. I
'Cause
think she almost might be too strong if she got the buff from the. Actually, I don't think it'd be too bad. I kind of wish it did happen because then she would be really, really good.
yeah,
She's good now, but she'd be extremely good at that point.
a lot of people are saying that she shouldn't be attacking invisible characters or non-taunting characters, and I can see that, but I think she's a lot more fun.
I think it's a bug probably, but I don't see them ever fixing it.
And I'm okay with this bug.
Yeah, it doesn't make her overpowered. I think it just makes her right where I would like her to be. Like she's perfect with it. She's an A tier character in my mind.
Yeah.
Quite good, not overpowered, fits into a lot of teams, fits into a lot of comps. I think when Orphan, whatever her name is, what's her real name?
Cassandra?
Cassandra Cain, in the game releases, I think her and Huntress might pair pretty well together. They,
I haven't really looked at her kit, but
I've fought a couple L2 Huntress, or not Huntress, it's a couple L2 Cassandra Cain.
really?
Man, she can get those evasion ups in seconds. I mean, she can have a whole stack of them in like a blink.
Really?
They had Black Mask, no, it was an L2 one, and Black Mask called assist to her, and then all of a sudden she had like 25 evasion ups.
Huh.
And then those bleeds, I think a bleed team's those where she's really going to shine because she dropped so many bleeds so fast. Her and Red Hood together are going to be scary.
Dude, I've been wanting to make Talia really work, because she shines on a lot of like strong, like aggressive bleed teams. So I think, and I think Cassandra's faster than Talia, so I think
Yeah,
that's gonna be really good pairing.
yeah, I actually think I'm going to like Cassandra Cain a little more than I expected to. Because I really aside from my stun teams, my next favorite character in the game, just like skill wise and everything, outside of my stun teams, is using Red Hood because he can just
Oh,
he's so good.
he can carry a losing match, like no joke.
So a team I wanted to throw out there for this, I was thinking about whenever you first brought this topic up. I find my best defense log is when I run Red Hood, Donna Troy, Wonder Girl, and Flash.
Starfire, Flash. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Or any strong green. I mean, you could put Arcus in there. My Flash, because he's RB5, makes him a little more scary, especially on defense. But my defense log, that's when it's the best, is when I run that group.
Yeah, I can see that. I always underestimate Red Hood plus Arcus or Red Hood plus strong green teams, because you're going after that green, but then Red Hood bleeds you out or whatever happens.
The
And
I lose more to Red Hood led teams than any other team. That's the only time I really worry about losing is because I do the same thing as you. I underestimate Red Hood, and then I mean he can 1v3 if he gets a kill because now
yeah,
nothing you can do.
yeah, yeah. He's a scary leader. I think Red Hood lead teams. If Lex wasn't so dominant, I think the reason we underestimate Red Hood teams is because Lex are so dominant.
Yeah, I mean, on offense, Lex is just. I mean, Lex teams probably are the best teams in the game at the moment. You know, if you're just looking for a quick win, like you, especially if you're weaker gear levels, because you can. Lex allows you to take on teams that are way out above your weight class.
But Red Hood, I think, is right there with him too, because you just need one kill,
Yeah.
and then if you can manage to bleed them out, great.
Right now, who is your favorite team to use? Like, not necessarily the best, but who's your favorite? Like, the most fun? Do you have a particular team, your go-to team?
Yeah, I think my go-to lately has been Red Hood and Arcus. Not gonna lie,
Oh, really?
Red Hood, Red Hood, Arcus +2, and if it's dealing with the evasion, I'll throw in Owlman, or I'll throw in like Iron Flash and Owlman. So because Iron Flash is basically guaranteed a kill with Owlman, and then Red Hood, lets you just kind of take over. So if I need a quick win, I just throw in like Iron Flash, Owlman, Black Adam, and Red Hood, and just go. Press auto.
I haven't used Owlman since the siege that he was in.
He's actually really good.
Yeah, I see him more and more, and I acknowledge that seems like he's a pretty darn good character. I just haven't really used him.
Yeah, he's not the first guy I think to mind. I usually go to Steppenwolf first, but if I want to free up that leader spot, Owlman's the next to go.
Well, I think anybody who's ever listened to this podcast knows my go-to team, which is Hal Jordan, Killer Frost, Catwoman. And it's funny, I'd moved Catwoman out for booster for a while, but now Catwoman's actually rejoined the pack. I think because of Lex, because she can strip all the buffs in one go. And now that I have her rebirth too, she packs a punch. And I noticed too, even in Siege when I'm playing with her, I'll get hit with Lex's laser beam that would normally wipe out most physical characters, but she does the cheat death. Even for me, she does the cheat death pretty frequently.
She never cheats death from me. God damn.
I mean, maybe that's why I like her. She's like my one RNG-based character that actually cheats death. Or maybe it's just because she gets better odds when she's higher rebirthed.
I don't know, but it feels like when I'm playing Siege, this is perfect Siege for her and Killer Frost, by the way. But yeah, every time I stun someone on my team, Killer Frost does not get her free attack, and then every time Catwoman gets hit, she just dies. So I'm not.
What I want to know is when are we going to get a Killer Frost or Sail? Because I have
maybe
yet
next
to see it.
week. Maybe next week.
Because I want to take my Killer Frost to RB4. I would say Killer Frost is probably my favorite character in the game. Just, I like her kit. I like what she does. I think a lot of people underestimate how good she is.
Yeah, she's not overpowered. She's very fair, but she's very effective, I think.
When we do our ratings, I'm going to recommend A again, but we'll see.
Yeah, I haven't been feeling her, man. She's deadly on offense, or on defense, because she'll just get that free attack and kill you.
She's
But
consistent for me on offense. I mean, granted, RB3 does help a lot, but...
Yeah. Well, mine's L5, so... Let's see here. I haven't seen a lot of these teams lately, which is Hal Jordan, Donna Troy, Man Bat, and Wonder Girl.
They've really died off. It's all about Lex anymore. I mean, I don't even see that much. I rarely see Hard Gun Dead Chat teams anymore.
Yeah. And then, what's up with that?
I think the Lex meta has taken over.
Yeah, because I'm looking at my boards. It's like 7, 8 Lex-led teams.
Yeah, I'd say at least 6, a minimum of 6 every time, more than 50%, which has me a little worried that we're moving into a new. I mean, Lex is very easily farmable, but he's a lot easier to counter than most other. Like, it's not like, I don't know, it's not quite like a Deathstroke era, but I
No.
wonder if we're gonna ever get a character like. I'm not sure exactly what they're going to release that's going to be a true counter to him. Like, if I'm looking at this board I just had, and it's 1, 2, 3, actually only 4. Surprisingly, I have a Jessica Cruz lead.
Imagine using
Hal.
Jessica Cruz.
A Hal Jordan, and I have some weird like Flash lead. Star Sapphire lead. Stupid teams. Vixen out.
That is bizarre.
Yeah, but it's just these are lower level, like the 18,000 teams. So.
Yeah. I actually find Vixen to be very good. I'm liking her more and more.
Yeah, she's pretty solid. I can't. I mean, granted, it's just what I think. I, Let me get your opinion on something that's kind of out of the. This podcast is gonna be all over the place, but my problem, I both love and hate Rebirth at the same time because now that Rebirth has become a thing, teams are becoming more niche. Like you can make certain niche work. Like my stun team that I love so much is good at L5, but it's very good for me, and I can take on almost any team. Now that all my, I have Hal RB5, I have everybody RB2 or above, so I can punch. I can hit hard enough to take on these really, really strong teams. But I also find that whenever you move to other teams, they're not quite as good. So you kind of fall back on your main team. So you're seeing people kind of pick the type of team that they like and
And then
then
just
go
committing.
heavy on those. So I feel like it's adding, I mean, it adds a level of diversity when you're out there facing people, but for your own personal playing, your
It,
diversity is lessening.
yeah, I think that's the problem that comes to like the limitations of like God, it's a blessing and a curse too because it really helps to customize your playstyle.
Yeah.
You're right, but because it's so limited, it's basically go big or go home. So
I mean, it gives me something to chase because if I didn't have anything to chase, I'd be so bored right now. Like, I would have no reason to play this Catwoman Showdown. I'd have no
uh,
reason to, do red alerts. 'Cause I didn't do them forever. I
yeah,
wish I had, but I didn't do them forever because I didn't
you,
think I'd
you,
ever need the shards.
yeah, but now you're missing out on
Yeah.
so many shards. But once you get to that RB5, what's next for you?
Well, but I mean, I only have Killer Frost at RB3, Catwoman. I'm working on her. Once they're done, I'll probably stick with the stun. I'm either going to stick with the stun team and do somebody, that would fit in that, like Hawk Girl, um, or go Red Hood and start building out a Red Hood theme team.
Yeah,
But you get crystals, so because I did this month and I didn't get any freaking Killer Frost shards, which I was so mad about.
uh,
But I don't plan to buy the Rebirth crystals are just insanely overpriced. So
yeah.
I'm back to, not buying Siege Energy. I'm not
You're playing free to play basically.
no, I'm gonna buy like 1 or 2 packs a month. I'll do which
That,
is
by OWL standards, that's pretty
yeah,
free to play.
yeah. You're right. It is free to play for by Al standards. So I've gone free to play. Um, it's just there's really not a lot. I mean, I'm kind of I have a I can maintain every month, max out the new characters. The up and away mission forces me to be slow, so I can't
Speed gear.
speed gear. So I get enough resources just by running the normal missions every day, and then
Yeah.
so until they release something, which I want to believe that they're maybe going to release something one day, but I'm kind of
I'm actually planning to go visit WB if Reeves or Standard can get me a pass.
oh really? When are you going to do that?
Probably in June. I'll reach out to them soon because yeah, I'm really planning to go out there in San Francisco and then just travel for a bit. So I want to be able to meet the dev team and see if they got anything in the background.
It'll make you sound like ironclad NDAs and
I'll probably wink. I'll be like, is there something coming? I'll be like, wink, wink.
yeah.
You know.
I've tried to push Reeves and Standard to see if they'd release anything, and they are just as tight-lipped as possible. So we know nothing about anything, people. Just so you know. So,
Yeah.
but
I'll reach out to Reeves here in a week when I figure out what's going to be happening with me in a couple months because, stuff.
yeah, I wish I could. I'd actually join you out there if I didn't have big vacation plans already.
Didn't you have a training out there in San Francisco this week?
No, I may if there's a different role I posted for where I'm. Oh, I haven't posted for yet. I'm waiting to see if it come open. If it comes open, then I'll have to. The training for it's actually in San Francisco. So if that happens, I'll be out there. But
Yeah.
we already have 2 big vacations planned for this year, and one of them's like almost 2 weeks long. So um, I won't be able to make it out there this year.
Maybe I'll meet up with Ogre or something. I don't know.
Yeah. But Joker really doesn't play DCL hardly ever anymore, and now that
Magic Mana thing.
that Magic Mana Strike game, which is a super fun game, I gotta say, I'm getting more and more into it. I hate to admit, but
Yeah.
the last thing I need is another game. The good thing is that game is about free to play friendly as any game could ever be. Like it is not pay to win at all, so that's a positive. So because I refuse to get into a game that's going to be costly
Yeah.
or mostly costly.
Speaking of costly, this siege has been pretty bad with I'll lose to like Lex and Arceus. Lex plus this massive green.
I don't have any problems because my Killer Frost and my Catwoman's so high.
Yeah.
Like usually I'm running 3 bonus tunes and I've had a couple close calls, but Catwoman evaded death and I've survived. So that's been
Yeah, you're real lucky, man.
yeah, that's it. And I really have not. I don't really care about my placement or anything in this one. I'm not worried about top 20, which I've stayed in top 20 without buying, which is crazy.
Yeah. I can stop buying too because I've done too bad.
I don't think very many of the owls are buying anymore. It's just not worth it. Like when you do the cost analysis for one art rebirth crystal, the shards is cheaper just to buy the packs. And then I hate to say it, but it's just they need to increase the rewards or do something because it's just not.
So I'm looking at, let's see here, you're getting 1,500 shards for World's Finest.
That's 42,000 gems.
42,000 gems, which is what, $300?
Yeah, it's like it's less. It's 200.
It's $200. Well, if I spend $200 in the store to buy Cassandra,
yeah,
I'm only getting 200 shards.
It just depends if you want to rebirth. It might be worth it if you want to rebirth the character, but then again, you're paying $200 just to compete. There's no guarantee you're going to get World's Finest.
Right. Man, that's tough. I don't know. Yeah, if you're not a believer, I'm not a believer in rebirth, just because I see it like as a car, right? You have this really nice spec'd out car, and then you want to add some stuff to the engine to increase its performance, but you end up adding more weight to the car, so it diminishes your performance, and that performance is in Wraith, where you gain like 3 points per hour. You move like a slug in Wraith. So that really, having high rebirth teams really hurts your
How many
performance.
shards is it for top 10?
In Wraith?
No, in Siege.
I think it's like 1,100.
Yeah, but I remember we've done the math on it. And granted, I know you only get 500, but if you're only planning to go L5, even if you're planning to go rebirth, though, you're getting gems when you pay $200. It's actually, if you think about it this way, you're paying $200 worth of gems to compete, or you're paying $200 to get 50,000 gems and the 500 shards. So it's basically the equivalent of double.
You don't get shards. You don't get gold gems in Siege.
No, I know. You're paying, though. You're paying $200 just to compete to get those shards.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So if you pay $200, you can get 50,000 gems instead, plus the 500 shards. It just seems like it's a lot better value.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So it's the equivalent of like $400.
For $200 worth of work.
Yeah.
That's actually not bad. Top 10's not bad if you care about that character.
If you want to get, it's still cheaper. I know a lot of the owls have done math on it before, like in the past. I mean, it's fun to compete, but it's also stressful and time consuming.
Yeah, I think I burned out during the Owlman Siege, or the Ultraman Siege, where I was just stressing every day, like, oh, am I gonna beat Loot? Am I gonna beat Loot? And then I just end up second place to him. I'm like, all right, well, I tried.
Yeah, so I mean, on that, I don't know, but I just don't want to pay I mean, that turns, because if you want to be able to run all your crap for the month, and you want to be able to, do your part in raids, and you want to be able to have enough gems for the month, you're basically looking at a $300 a month to be top.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because it costs energy. Even though it costs $2,000 a day.
Yeah.
To play Siege, it also costs you like $1,000 a day to run through your Siege get through your daily tasks.
Yeah, so I mean, that's an expensive month. I mean, so if you want to compete in Siege every month, because I mean, for me to compete in Siege, I'm looking at $300-400 a month. I mean, that's insanity. I mean,
Huh.
it's like buying a new Xbox every single month just to play Siege.
Crazy. I'll just buy the new Xbox.
Or even worse, you could buy a new Oculus Quest every month. So I can't bring myself to do it anymore. It's just that's for one rebirth crystal for a character
Well,
I'm not
what's
gonna.
what's a character that you'd be really go ham for?
I don't think there is a character anymore. Like,
Not in the lore or anything.
no, I mean, we've kind
There's
of got
got to
all the
be.
ones I really like. Like, I mean, I'd be very interested in Azrael if he releases. He's one of the characters I really like. But other than that, I can't think of anybody else that I'm really. I know you're Artemis if she ever comes out. That's gonna be.
Oh, that's gonna be a tough one for me because I'm debating if they make her like a siege character. I don't know. But if she's the free character, I'll just pull out the boy and just RB5 her the night of. You know.
Wow. Yeah. That's, I can't think of anybody that's like left that I would be willing to go crazy over.
I like my second up would be Cheshire, just because she's a Vietnamese assassin. So you know that's
Cersei
kind
would
of
be
cool.
fun. That'd be another one. But I don't think I'd go crazy like the boy crazy on anybody. I mean, if they do a freaking Killer Frost sale, I'll probably go a little ham on that. But
That's probably next week, man. So
I hope so because so far I have yet to see any of these characters. I
that
normally
is
there's
strange,
one or
huh?
two by now.
That is strange.
I hope
Yeah,
they
you'd see
didn't.
the Castaway sale, but I haven't seen a Castaway
Yeah,
sale.
there hasn't been a Castaway sale either. I'm wondering if they change the stupid sales. That'd be just like them change it on the month that Killer Frost is out.
Maybe they're just trying to like hinder you from RB3ing your Killer Frost.
She's
RB4.
RB3, RB4.
Yeah, they're trying to stop you. They're
They
like,
just want me
hey.
to continue to go crazy on red alerts, which takes forever. So that's my problem is I just run it. I don't have enough time to run it like 8 times in a row.
Mhm.
But
Oh, speaking of red alerts, I think the best red alerts team. I've moved from using the Steppenwolf Adam team
yeah, I long ago moved off that one.
to I think the best one right now is Lex, Beast Boy, Mary, and Donna Troy.
That's exactly what I run. I did the only team I avoid Wonder Girl teams. I try to skip because I play it on auto. I try to skip because I always have the same teams. It seems like over and over. There's an Arcus team and there's a Jon Stewart Green Lantern team. And if you run it on auto, sometimes they take forever to kill them because they
Uh-huh.
get the death immunity. Sometimes
Yeah,
Arcus can punch everybody out. But as long as you avoid heavy evasion or Wonder Girl, it seems to auto everything else.
yeah. Um, a variation of that is Lex, Castaway, Beast Boy, and Donna Troy, and that's a pretty painful team, especially in Siege.
Yeah.
You usually need to bring your own Brainiac and Killer Frost, which, going back to your stun teams actually really beat that team.
Yeah, it does really well against it. My stun team actually the only Lex team it struggles against is the Lex, Wonder Girl, Donna Troy, Castaway Green Arrow one because they just take so many turns. I can beat it, but it doesn't. If sometimes it
It's
will break
not
wrong.
reliable.
Yeah, it will break wrong sometimes. That's the only team my stun team struggles against. It can beat everything else
Right.
consistently without any issues.
Yeah, even evasion teams, your
Oh,
Hal
that's the
Jordan.
best team it's against. That's where it was founded from. Like if I see Batgirl, I instantly go to that team
Right.
because Killer Frost doesn't miss with her stun, and then she'll usually nuke somebody with her auto turn attack.
Right.
By the
Yeah.
time it gets all the way back to Donna Troy's turn, people are dead. And even if I miss, I don't care because it will eventually kill them.
I really wish they didn't nerf her intelligence ups when someone gets stunned,
Yeah,
because I think she would be a solid A character if she got those extra buffs.
yeah, she's fun. She's definitely. If I have the opportunity to take her RB5, she will move ahead of everyone else.
Yeah.
I didn't plan on doing Catwoman, but now that there's been shard availability, she moved up on the list because she's the only red that's a reliable stunner.
Mhm. I want to test out your Killer Frost's damage on shield characters.
Well, when you do the three, you mean?
Yeah.
It will only just remove the shield. It doesn't. It's
So it won't do damage on top of removing the shield.
no. It's so stupid.
God, what the hell?
Yeah, I don't know why it does that. Because that would make her.
Really good.
Yeah, that would make her even better. I mean, she's
Yeah.
fine though. I don't have any complaints. I mean, she like, especially in this siege, she does. She's my damage. I don't even bother bringing blues to get rid of greens. Skeller Frost can usually one shot them.
Really?
Yeah,
Holy shit.
if they're stunned already. Once they're stunned, her attack will one or two shots, but a lot of times she'll double proc and kill them.
You know, I've actually started to believe in the power of rebirth now, because some high rebirth teams, man, I struggle against.
Yeah, I had a 40,000 team just a little bit ago, and if that one, I lost a couple of characters playing that.
Uh-huh.
And Rebirth Superman, he is mean. I ran into an RB3 Superman, and even Wonder Girl struggled against because he kept healing
Really?
himself. He did so much. His heal to himself was so huge, and then he kept doing his stupid taunt, and he was. I was really impressed actually.
He was near impossible to kill, huh?
I'm actually facing a RB1 Superman on like a 17,000 powered team, and he's not dying. My RB5 Flash is struggling to kill him.
Really?
Yeah. And there's certain characters like that I think could be really good on with Rebirth. Like I think Doomsday at RB5 would actually be pretty scary.
You know, I think rebirth can make a D-list character. Well,
I don't know if it'd
that
bring them up
far.
to like S tier or anything, but
But they make him better.
yeah, it makes them
They-
it can make them reasonably scary. I mean, Roz might be the only exception to that, but
I think, you know, I fear, team I fear would be Hal Jordan Penguin, or any shield teams with plus Penguin.
yeah, there's that RB5 Penguin out there. I almost because my Hal Jordan's RB5, I chewed on the idea, but the problem is even at RB5, I think Penguin will. There's too many really like Lex is there's a lot of high rebirth Lex and he just gets annihilated. He annihilates Penguin.
He does. Penguin hasn't showed up in the meta, but he is scary.
Yeah, I think that's because of Lex, because Lex can, I mean, his basic can kill Penguin sometimes. And he shuts down Penguin with his basic.
You know what? We haven't seen a lot of Barda either.
Nah, Barda's kind of Lex has ended a lot of what Penguin, Barda, Manbat. You've seen all of those kind of die off because of Lex. His high special
But
damage.
I've really learned to fear Kyle Rayner if you don't bring a blue with buff immunity
Yeah,
or something.
yeah. Kyle on defense is scary.
On offense, he's kind of just bleh.
Yeah, but on defense, he's a wrecking ball.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. He's just annoying to
Well,
kill.
you can't kill him if you don't have somebody who's able to deal with him.
Right. Yeah. So
He's a wrecking ball. He just won't ever die.
I think I ran into a rebirth one Kyle the other day. Jesus.
I've seen a couple of rebirth Kyles actually. I was actually very surprised by that.
I think it took me 30 minutes to kill that one rebirth Kyle. No joke.
Well,
He just kept enraging and just kept using his stamina up.
yeah, he's not bad. I mean, I don't know. I thought I'd like him more than I did. I can't really find places for him on offense. He's not that great.
You know, people were mad that we put him as C tier.
Yeah, a lot of people were mad we put him in C tier. I still
But
think he's a C tier.
you used to think it or no?
I still do, yeah.
Yeah.
He might be a B. I mean, he's a low B if he's a B.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it, but he has his niche. You know, he's.
Man, I
I
don't
think
think I'm going to make it to top 10. I've been sitting here running the whole time we've been talking, and I was feeling pretty good. I made it to 1,825, and I just looked at top 10. Top 10 has moved up to 2671.
I don't think you're gonna make it, man.
That's insane for Catwoman. And then there's a fight for number one.
Are
They're
you
over
cleaning
6,000.
Are you cleaning boards? Or are you skipping?
No, I tried to do the skipping thing. I can't. I have to manually play because the other downside to gearing out your characters is that they match you with characters that are of equal gear. So I have one team under 32,000 power on my board.
You're in top 10 right now, or you're in top 35. No,
Yeah.
that's normal.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, but you can't. You have to play on manual, and you can only do it so fast.
Yeah, if you're outside top 100, you can play an auto, but once you're in the top 100, you have to play manual.
I wanted to make it top 10, but top 35 is all I really like. That was my main goal.
Yeah.
At one point I chewed on the idea of going looking for World's Finest, but I just don't have that kind of time.
Yeah.
But
this podcast is all over the place.
yeah, and this podcast is getting a little long in the tooth, so maybe we should got any other topics you want to cover before we wrap this up?
Nah, between Rebirth and
we didn't talk about that many teams, but
yeah.
What
are we gonna name this podcast?
Maybe we won't name this podcast.
We'll just be like Sunday afternoons with Kagi and Hate.
Sunday afternoon delight. Wait, what's that? The Sunday brunch, or what's that name of that? I can't remember what. It's like an old TV show or something. That's like old ladies haggling.
I don't know. I'm not white.
I don't think it's a white thing. I think it's like an old TV show thing.
The oldies, the Sunday.
It's something like
man.
Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club. That's what it is.
I don't know if it's a Breakfast Club, but I'll think of a name, something like that.
We could make this like a Sunday thing, just like or just whatever.
Yeah, I kind of like it actually. I kind of just Sunday random thoughts on Sunday afternoon thoughts or something. Because I do the other podcast for our other game that we've started on Sunday afternoons, so this kind of would be like right before it or right after it. Good timing. And audience, just so you know, we will be breaking off soon. We're just waiting on art updates, so you won't have Magic Mana Strike feed in the DC Legends feed if you're an audio listener. YouTube there's really no good way to break it up in YouTube, so we're just going to continue to have folders. So if you're not interested in it, just don't watch it. But we don't plan to slow down any of the DCL content. Everything will be as is. We're just adding some Magic Mana Strike. As you notice, Ogre mainly does all the Magic Mana Strike videos, but we do a podcast we've started as well. So we will be breaking those up so you don't have your feed clogged. And with that, I think that's it.
Cool.
All right, thanks guys.
See ya.
Thank you for listening to this episode of WROL Broadcast. If you like the show, consider becoming a patron. Just go to patreon.com/WROL Broadcast. And also check out our store at teespring.com/stores/WROL Broadcast. Hey, Bizarro.
Goodbye.
Tell your mom to stop sharing the freaking raid boss.